Silicon Valley Bank. But here's where we're at this morning with this new policy. I don't care what bank we're talking about anymore. You as a depositor have no risk whatsoever. So what stops the idiot bank manager going forward from doing anything they want within the regulatory environment, taking as much risk as possible to get the stock price of that bank up? That's how they're compensated. This is going to create some very perverse acts by bank managers and crazy behaviors. And in the end, it's not a long-term solution whatsoever, because either you decide to nationalize the banks, in which case all of bank managers work for taxpayers as employees, just like giant utilities, or you let the private sector be the private sector.
What's going on, everyone? It's Talks with Kenny here today. We kind of give my commentary on what's been going on with the economy. Yep. Hey, I think Trump warned us about this, actually. He was saying that if you let me run the economy, recovery. You let Biden run the recovery, I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to laugh, but from the intro, we all see it that bank seems to be bailing out, right? So Biden says the economy will continue to make progress after another dismal inflation report. So Biden economics has not been working at all.
Nope.
Like, I don't know what's going on with this guy. It seems like wherever he touches just turns to crap. And now this is just my personal opinion. It's not really factual. Let's try to get some facts here. President Joe Biden expressed a strong degree of economic confidence. I don't know where he finds that confidence from.
Bruh.
Even as the consumer price index rose 60% between February 2022 and February 2023, and price pressures from household staples continue to worsen, and it has. Oh my goodness! Like, I had to increase my own budget for grocery shopping now, bruh. Y'all miss Trump yet? No.
How dare you?
Okay, I guess some people don't miss Trump. But this is just like a domino effect. Like, no one has confidence in this economy but Biden. And all it looks like is Biden just trying to save face. That's all it is.
It doesn't make sense.
Right? And to me, if a politician, like, if it happened, like, I'm not going to say correlation is causation, but Obama bailed out the banks last time. Now Joe Biden's in the same position. I wonder why.
Bruh.
It's just because you guys don't know. Yeah, this is why I don't think government involvement in the private sector actually helps us as a nation in the long run. Right? Because government, remember, this is why I'm against government subsidies. Because the government can subsidize bad behavior.
Bruh.
And this is what you call the moral hazard. Like, if banks know, oh, I can mess up, and the government's gonna come and bail me out. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. Right? You incentivize more riskier and riskier behavior because they always felt there's no actual risk to the depositors. Right? That's what Kevin O'Leary said in the intro. Right? And that's why I opened up with Kevin O'Leary, because I respect Kevin O'Leary's opinion when it comes to economics a lot. And the fact that he was like, hey, you're nationalizing banks now. Like,
bruh.
Reading an article about the economy. So, month-to-month increase of 0.4% matched analyst forecast, while core inflation, which factors out the most volatile food and energy categories. Ooh, I don't like that. They're playing with the data and try to get you to believe something. Rose only 0.5%. Food prices increased 0.4% and shelter prices increased 0.8%, even as the energy prices declined 0.6%, according to a Bureau of Labor Statistics report. The latest snapshot of the inflation at the retail level has come in largely as expected, and that alone is somewhat reassuring, Bankrate senior economic analyst Mark Hamrick said in comments provided to the Daily Wire. Despite the relative decline from the 6.4% inflation charted in January 2023, food and electric prices have increased 9.5% and 12.9% respectively, which between February 2022 and February 2023. Biden said that the annual inflation is down by a third from this summer, but bro, didn't we go up like 400% on inflation? I don't remember. But all I know is he had the highest rate of inflation in 40 years. Like,
bruh.
You going down a couple of percentages is not changing that. Like, it needs to be a lot more, That's what we're demanding, a lot more. But he wants to spend more money, and then he wants to go at Kevin McCarthy. Yeah, he wants to go at Kevin McCarthy because, oh, you don't want to pass our budget. Like, bro, That budget is because you can't spend more money. Imagine that. Imagine if it was a private citizen saying, "Hey, I want to buy me a Ferrari." Bro, you don't have the money to afford a Ferrari, but you want it. This is how Biden and the Democrats come across. Like, it doesn't matter what we're going through, whatever. They just want to spend more money.
Bruh.
Like financially irresponsible. And then we let people like this manage our economy. Bruh. This
It doesn't make sense.
it's crazy. No wonder they keep bailing out the banks. Because they don't want to look bad. And that's the political blame game that's going on around here. Oh, if the Republicans let us spend more money.
Nope.
Nah, you're going to make it worse. You already, look, your annual report, there's already, you're still getting inflation increases in important sectors as in food and electricity, and you want to spend more money. You want to add gasoline to this?
Bruh.
Like, I don't understand the angle. This is what I'm saying. Government is not incentivized to give actual tangible solutions. We have to stop looking for saviors. We have to save ourselves. We have to demand better politicians and vote those better politicians in. And I know that sounds idealistic, but we have to know the actual capabilities of these people. We have to actually know economics. Because if we let these people just sell us a dream, oh yeah, we can guarantee all the depositors' monies from SVB Bank.
Bruh.
Wait, but wasn't the FDIC insurance only supposed to cover people with $250,000 and below? Why are you trying to insure everyone's deposit? Like,
Bruh.
where's this money gonna come from? Oh, it comes from the fee that all the banks contribute to for the FDIC insurance. But then you're using that resources that was supposed to help the little guy for the big guy. Oh, that's nice. And this is the kind of games they play. Gavin Newsom was happy. What? That man was, oh, this is a good look. Look at Joe Biden's decisive action. And that looked political to me. You're a Democrat praising another Democrat for doing his solution that you think is best. That don't impress me.
Bruh.
And then later on, when you find out, Gavin Newsom has 3 wineries that was in SVB Bank.
Bruh.
It doesn't make sense.
Like, these people, bro. Like, now it looks like, oh, you're benefiting off of it. This is why you're happy about it, Gavin Newsom. And a lot of people are happy that this is his last term. I think. I might be wrong. If someone from California is listening to me, let me know if I'm correct about that. I think he's on his last term. That's probably why he's trying to run for president. But I digress. Sorry for the ramble. So, even though inflation is more than 3 times higher than 1.4 levels observed when he entered office in January 2021. Wow. We will continue to make progress in our fight to build an economy for the bottom up and middle out, not top down. What is, like, I don't understand these phraseology, bro.
Bruh.
Like, that don't make any sense to me. So you're gonna bottom up, middle out, not top down? No. Capitalism worked from bottom up. Like, every business was a small business. You bailing out everybody on SVB Bank, who's probably liberal as heck.
Bruh.
That's probably why they bailed them out so fast. Joe Biden responded faster to this than he did with what was going on at East Palestine. And all I see is constituents. Oh, I stretching my constituents back. California, blue state, I'm gonna go help them. That's my team. That's on my team. And you see tribal politics right here in your eyes.
Bruh.
Palestine, oh, they voted for Trump. I don't care about them. But you wanted to unite. You wanted to unite the country, including standing up to congressional Republicans who threaten economic catastrophes over the debt limit in order to secure tax cuts for the wealthy and large corporations and reckless cuts to critical programs that American seniors and families count on. And this is my issue here, right? Families count on, like, as the more we're more counting on the government, the more and more control and power the government can exert over the citizen, right? They say when the government's big, your liberty is small, right? And the secure tax cuts, in my view, if the Republicans had their way, it would be a flat tax. That means everyone paid the same amount of taxes. So the wealthy will still be paying more taxes, but it's a flat tax. But it's tax cuts only for the wealthy and large corporations. Okay, bro.
Bruh.
And this is political grandstanding in my eyes. Like, this is just, oh, I'm just trying to make the other side look bad because they're not doing what I want. That's all it is. That's all it boils down to at the end of the day.
Bruh.
It's just make your I forgot what Thomas Sowell. Thomas Sowell had a great quote. Make your wants seem justified and make what your enemies want seem evil. I think it's something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but hey, I'm pretty sure someone will catch that in the comment section. Meanwhile, policymakers at the Federal Reserve have increased target federal fund rates to combat inflationary pressures. The collective 4.5% rise in interest rates over the past several months has shocked the financial sector. Silicon Valley Bank was forced to sell long-term government securities and corporate bonds at a loss to funds withdrawals due to higher rates, leading to the company's sudden implosion. So these people were invested in these treasuries stocks by the government, and the fact that the Fed kept raising the rates, those bonds kept losing its value over time. But they were like, oh, I don't realize losses until I sell it. But then the bank run, which was articulated here, caused them to have to pull that money early, and they found out, oh, we don't have enough money. Bankruptcy. So, this is what happened when this is why I'm so for like abolishing the Fed. Like this was the worst thing. And this came from, I believe, FDR, if I'm not mistaken. The Federal Reserve was created under FDR, and this was him trying to steer the economy. Like, no, I don't think no human can sorry guys, I can't speak today. No human can steer the economy. The economy is too complex for one individual or a group of individuals to think they know how to manage millions and millions of interactions. Like, come on, this is social planning at its finest. This is central planning at its finest. And this is what socialists want. They want the government to have the ability to increase rates and then cause bank failures and then bail out those bank failures using FDIC. Like, bruh, come on.
Bruh.
And then they wonder why this keeps happening. Like, it seemed like we didn't learn anything in 2008. It'll like, okay, we just find a new way to rely on the government. We find a new way to baggage this with the taxpayer. Now, he could say that, the taxpayer's not going to pay for this, but...
Quick, this is from the Motley Fool. Why are Wells Fargo and Citigroup falling today? And I don't really care to get into the details. I just want to then show you this story. This is from Seeking Alpha. Wells Fargo, no crisis here. Well, okay. So you get to decide for yourselves whether or not you think the end is nigh. Because I'll put it this way. Right before the show starts to get breaking news, another bank is in serious trouble. And you're going to hear from the Jim Cramers and from the Bidens. They're all going to say, everything is fine. Your deposits are safe. Don't worry about it. Maybe. But I don't know how much I trust these guys, and that's the problem. Because I feel like when they come out and say, don't worry, everything's fine, they're actually having the inverse impact they think they are. Everyone's going to hear that and be like, run for the hills. Get your money out of the banks.
People don't like hearing banks being like, it's all fine.
As you can see, no one believes Biden or the banks. Because it seems like they're just playing damage control. All right? And I don't like that feeling. Like they're just playing damage control. All right. Biden added that the challenges in the banking sector are a reminder that there will be setbacks along the way in our transition to steady and stable growth. I still haven't seen growth, but we'll see. The collapse of Silicon Valley Bank, which is now under the control of the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, which is the FDIC, such that the depositors can receive access to their funds, making a new complication in efforts to combat inflation. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell had told lawmakers mere days before the collapse that monetary policy intended to continue raising the target federal rate. So are more banks going to collapse? Right? We already saw that clip from Timcast. Wells Fargo went down. Wells Fargo, what's going on? Now everyone's looking at banks suspiciously. All right? Watching inflation as well as other recent developments, the Federal Reserve has a needle to a thread. Hammer continued. Consistency with his mandate for stable prices, it still needs to see inflation fall further while also ensuring the stability of the financial system. This is what happens when you have big government. Big government is not trying to make itself look bad. Big government is trying to make itself look good. Oh, look, we can manage all this stuff, but you can't. You have to let the private sector fail. Like this is my main issue, is that people don't want a recession to happen. To me, a recession been happening since 2001 when we had 2 consecutive negative GDP. I was like, oh, recession. And recession will get progressively worse as time goes on. And now look at them. Now they're trying to balance 2 competing priorities. Biden administration, you got to pick one. Either inflation or you let the market go into a bear market. Actually, it's technically already in a bear market, but you have to let the economy crash. Right, and it goes back to, I'm tying this all back to what Kevin Lurie said in the beginning of the intro, that you have to let private businesses fail, right? And you have to hold yourself accountable to the letter you said. 250 and below, that was for the little guy. Now you're trying to use that same funds, which I don't know how you're going to have all the funds, but okay, you're going to use the funds that these banks pay into to pay all the depositors in FBG Bank. How Sway?
Bruh.
How's that?
How, Sway?
How you do that? I don't understand. Unless where are you going to pull the extra money from? Right? The bank's failures as the past week has pushed financial stability issues to center stage, but inflation remains in the spotlight and is part of its dual mandate along with the maximum employment. Powell joined Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen and FDIC Chairman Martin Groenberg, in a joint statement found that the banking system remains resilient and solid.
Nope.
The officials promised that no losses associated with the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank will be borne by the taxpayer.
Bruh.
Do you guys believe that? I don't know. I think they're gonna say something like that in the beginning, and then as time gets worse, it just seems too likely that they're just gonna pull the easy thing to do. Okay, put it on the taxpayer,
Bruh.
and then try to justify it. And you already got some of these big wigs in these banker systems, bankers already saying, hey, Biden needs to do what's necessary. Let's not worry about moral hazards. Like these people, bro. And I think, honestly, my vision of the government is the referee. We all play by the same rules. Lefties, liberals, they always want to complain about separation of church and state. Yo, there needs to be a separation between the government and the economy.
Bruh.
Like, straight up. Because the government involvement is what's causing these issues. The Federal Reserve is kind of what's causing these issues. Because they don't want to let the economy fall and let it fix itself. They want to be in the middle of it. They want to fix it. And every attempt to fix it causes long-term damage down the line.
Bruh.
Like, when this is what I'm talking about. We need to stop looking for the saviors here. Federal Reserve need to raise interest rates and let the big banks fail. Like, we've never tried that strategy before. All we do, we let them fail, and then this is how the Great Depression got extended, because FDR didn't want to let the economy fix itself because he think he knew better. He think, no, it's going too slow. You're human. How you know it's going too slow? It's probably going just right, and you want it faster. It's not about what you want. And these are what these people think. They think they can bend reality to their will. And that's just not the case. But hey, I digress. Let me know your thoughts about this whole banking situation. Are you fearful or you're not? Recession is going to happen. You think more banks was going to collapse after the time of this making of this video? I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I do appreciate you for watching to the end of the video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.